Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Trevor with Maker Experiment, and today I'm going to talk about how I balance life, family, working full-time, and trying to have a side hustle. Spoiler alert, poorly. Let's get into it. For those of you that don't know, I work full-time as an engineer. With that, I leave my house at about, say, 7:30 in the morning. I get home at about 6 p.m. at night. So a good chunk of my day is already gone before anything else happens. With that in mind, it makes it a lot harder during the week to do anything related to the side hustle because I also want to make sure that I spend time with my family. So my wife and my kids, I need to make sure that I don't neglect them just for the sake of having a side hustle. In the past, I used to come home, I would work on the side hustle for maybe an hour or two, and then we'd have dinner and go to bed. So there wasn't a lot of family time, and I didn't get to see my kids a ton. So I changed, and it meant a lot less time for the side hustle, which is why I haven't been posting as much. I haven't been doing as many videos, but my home life is better. Meaning I get to spend more time with my kids, I get to spend more time with my wife, and we just have more fun as a family. To be able to do that as well as run the side hustle, there's a lot of things that I tried to do I haven't been doing lately just because, to be honest, I felt a little bit of burnout. For the last month or so, I just felt overworked, had too much to do. I spent every waking moment doing something related to either work or the side hustle or family, and finally just got exhausted to the point where I didn't want to do anything when I came home from work. I just wanted to spend time with the family and be done, which is why I haven't released a video in a little while. And that's okay. It's okay to take a break. Sometimes you need to do that. Now that I've given you a little bit of the backstory of what's going on and how much there is as far as balancing, I want to go over exactly what I tried to do to be able to make the most out of each day in order to be able to try and grow the side hustle while also working full time. Because let's be honest, a lot of creators that have sponsors are doing that full time. There are also people that create a side business and they go all in and they quit their day job. If I'm being honest with myself, I can't do that. My family relies on me financially, and if I quit my job to go full time, that is a major risk that I can't afford to take right now. I'm sure I'm going to get people telling me that I should just follow my dreams and quit my job and blah, 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 because, follow your passion. I get it. I would love to be able to go full time one day. I would love to be able to run this business full time. The reality is I don't have enough of an income from it to be able to offset the income I make in my full-time job, which would make it hard to afford the things that we like to do, as well as, let's face it, our mortgages or people's rent or anything else that any of us have going on. It's very hard to just up and walk away from a stable income when you have it. And that's why I want to focus this video more on people like me that work full time, they try to run a side hustle, they still have a family, and to be honest, half the time you feel like a failure because you're not doing any one thing fantastic. And it's okay. It is okay to just try your best. And it is okay to still have a side hustle while you still work full time, while you still have a family. So here are some of my tips for what I do to try to get the most out of each day. So I leave typically at about 7:30 in the morning. Now during the week, I try to wake up at 5:45 or 5:50 in the morning. I work on the side hustle for about an hour. So from about 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, I try to work on either videos or orders or whatever it might be. It just kind of depends on whatever is going on that week. So right now, I just finished up an order this last week. I had a couple orders the past few weeks, which is why I haven't had any time to do videos. And I have to do that balance. So sometimes there won't be a video because I have to get a client job out. Now that gives me an hour every morning that I can work on the side hustle. I will admit that it is not always easy to wake up early. I am not a morning person at all. And for the last few weeks, I have woken up at 5:50 in the morning and turned my alarm off and went back to bed. Like, we're human. It happens. Sometimes we just don't want to get up. After I work in the garage for about an hour, I then start getting ready for work at about 7 a.m. And then I will go to work and be there pretty much all day. At around lunchtime each day, I get an hour-long lunch. Now, I don't always take the full hour. Sometimes I'm working through lunch, depending on if I have a conference call or whatever needs to happen. But when I do have time, there's a few things that I try to do through my lunch break. I either try to answer emails from clients, or I try to edit video, or at least I did when my laptop could handle that. Now my laptop can't handle video editing. It's quite a bit older, so it can't keep up anymore. But I used to video edit during my lunch break. I used to design things during my lunch break, and it helped me get about 30 to 45 minutes more of stuff done every day. And I still try to do research or take notes or come up with video ideas during that 30 to 45 minute timeline. And that has helped me drastically in the past. Then I go home, get there about 6 p.m. I will help family cook dinner. I will go watch a movie with the kids, spend time with them, do whatever we want to do as a family. And then I typically go to bed, or try to go to bed, around 10. I honestly fall asleep maybe at like midnight most of the time. I just have trouble sleeping. But I try to, do it where I work in the morning, I go to work during the day, and then I spend time with my family at night. Now that makes it so my wife is asleep when I'm working on the side hustle. She is very supportive of what I'm doing, but she also wants me to spend time with the kids and not miss them growing up. The kids are still young, and I don't want to miss big milestones like, them walking or talking or things like that. And by being there at night and with them, I'm not going to miss any of that, which is the balance that I've decided to have. Now, when it comes to the weekend, it's a little bit different. I try to work at least one full day on the weekend, so about a 6 to 8 hour period. I have done this usually on a Saturday, but it kind of depends on what's going on in life. So, for example, if you're a family and you're house hunting, being able to work on the weekend probably won't happen because you need to go look at houses. If you want to take a family vacation, you're not going to get anything done. If you want to go on a weekend trip, you're not going to get anything done. So for example, last weekend we went on a day trip. I didn't get anything done on Saturday. Came back Sunday, still wasn't feeling it. Didn't do anything on the side hustle. So I just didn't do a video. And that's okay. It happens. But what I try to do is spend some time each weekend to work on stuff, whether it's projects or client orders or videos or whatever it might be. Now, at the end of all this, it's to say that I don't do this perfectly. I don't do it well. You might even say I balance everything poorly. And to be honest, I'm happy with where I am in my life. I have a great family. I have a job that can afford to do the things we want to do with the house that we want to have. And I have machinery that's paid off. Nothing in my side hustle is in debt. Everything is completely owned by me. And honestly, that's a good place to be. And I'm not mad about it. I'm not sad about it. I just know that, it could be more, it could be bigger, it could be a six-figure business if I could dedicate 8 to 10 hours a day to it. But the reality is, if I want to see my kids grow up and I want to spend time with them, it's going to have to take more time for me to grow the side hustle if I want to be involved in their lives. So I just want to let other people out there know that if you're like me and you work full time and you try to run a side hustle and you have a family, don't be discouraged by the progress you're making, because honestly, any progress with screaming children is progress. It is very difficult to grow a side hustle. It's very difficult to build your own brand. It's very difficult to start selling anything you make. And if you're doing any of that while having a family and having a full-time job, honestly, I commend you for it. It is extremely difficult. It is extremely trying at times. You are going to lose your patience. You're going to feel like you lost your mind. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of headache. It's a lot of stress. It's okay to make little steps. It's okay to not be a six-figure business. It's okay to take breaks when you need them. You're going to have to realize that you need breaks sometimes. You can't just keep pushing yourself until you crack. It's not healthy. Don't do it. It's not going to help. So recently for me, I haven't had any time to do my own projects. We have so much going on in our personal lives, and I've had so much going on with my day job that by the time I get home, I'm just exhausted. And I haven't wanted to wake up early in the morning, so I haven't made any videos recently. And I still don't have any projects that are personally happening for me. I want to start doing them again, but I felt like I haven't done a video in a long time. And, I felt like I would share some of why and let you guys know that if, you're trying to balance these things too, it's going to happen. You're going to take long breaks. You're going to have gaps in when you release videos. And it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's honestly, YouTube to me is an outlet for me to be creative. At the end of the day, you don't owe anybody anything. If you're releasing videos and they like them, good. But you do not owe them a video every week. You don't owe them a video every 2 weeks. At the end of the day, this should be something you enjoy. It should be something that you love to do. And if it becomes more like a job than a passion, why would you do it? So that's the motto I'm trying to use when it comes to YouTube. I'm going to do things that I enjoy. I'm going to create content that I think is helpful. And at the end of the day, if people feel like I owe them, let them feel that way. I am going to do the best that I can personally to meet my own schedule, and that's all I'm going to worry about. Worry about yourself first and take care of yourself. That's really the point that I want to get across in this video, is do whatever you need to do to make you, your family, your life happy. And if it means that you do more side hustle, great. If it means that you have to balance more and you still have to do your day job and work your side hustle at weird hours, that's okay too. Just make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Make sure that you are enjoying yourself and try to stay happy with it and do whatever you can to enjoy the side hustle and not turn it into what feels like a chore or a job. That's my advice for this video. Now, I'm going to get comments that say I have a boring voice, this video is boring, he needs to stop talking. I get them all the time. And that's honestly part of why I don't feel like I owe anybody a video. This video is more for me and more for the people that try to balance things like me. It's okay. Keep working, keep doing your thing. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel, throw up a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. It helps my channel grow. continue to make cool projects. If you make cool projects, if you are balancing things, comment below. Let me know what you're balancing. And hey, if you have questions about lasers, feel free to put those below too. I'm always willing to help where I can. But also check out my Instagram @MakerExperiment, where I share things along the way. I will be honest, I have not posted a lot recently, and it's part of that balance. So I answer my messages, I reply to comments and things like that. I just haven't posted that often. But I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you did enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next one.